In January 1963, General Motors banned any engine over 330 cubic inches in its mid-size cars. No division dared challenge it, but a small team inside Pontiac defied that order, smuggled a 389 cubic inch V8 into a $2,700 sedan, and inadvertently created what may be the most important car of the 20th century. Pontiac expected to sell 5,000. What actually happened reshaped an entire industry. By the early 1960s, the American car market faced a demographic wave unlike anything before. Nearly 23 million young people between the ages of 16 and 25 were reaching driving age, representing 8% of the total population and accounting for 15% of all new driver licenses issued each year. Yet the options available to these new drivers reflected an industry lagging behind their desires. Entry-level family sedans, such as the Pontiac Tempest or Chevrolet Corvair, sold for around $2,000 to $2,300, reliable but uninspiring. At the other end of the showroom, true sports cars, like the Chevrolet Corvette or imported European models, started above $5,400, a figure that put them out of reach for most working-class and middle-class buyers. This price gap left a large, restless segment of the market underserved. Economic studies from the period show that the average teenager's disposable income hovered around $250 to $300 a year, just enough to put down a deposit on a modest car, but not enough to finance a premium coupe or high-performance import. For a generation shaped by post-war prosperity and drawn to speed and style, there was no affordable way to access genuine performance. Dealers and manufacturers alike noted the disconnect. Young buyers wanted excitement, but the showroom floor offered little beyond practicality. The pressure was building, with so many first-time buyers entering the market, and with existing models failing to deliver both affordability and thrill. The opportunity for a disruptive new product grew more obvious with each passing year. The numbers suggested a simple truth: whoever could bridge the gap between price and performance would unlock a wave of demand and potentially reshape the industry's future. In January 1963, a corporate memo from General Motors headquarters established a hard limit. No engine larger than 330 cubic inches would be allowed in any intermediate-sized car. The policy, signed by Chairman Frederick Donner, cited concerns over street racing and antitrust scrutiny. It was clear and absolute, at least on paper. But inside Pontiac, the frustration was growing. John DeLorean, then division chief engineer, saw the rule as a direct obstacle to meeting the demands of a new generation of buyers hungry for real performance. Mid-1963 meeting minutes reveal the first cracks in the policy's armor. DeLorean and his engineering team, supported by division head Semon Bunky Knudsen, began searching for a way around the ban. The language of the General Motors memo held a critical loophole. The restriction applied only to standard equipment, not to options. If a larger engine could be offered as an optional package rather than the default configuration, there might be a path forward. Internal correspondence from April and July 1963 documents the maneuver. Pete Estes, General Motors Vice President of Engineering, suggested framing the 389 cubic inch V8 as a standalone option, bundled with unique trim and performance features. This interpretation was formally approved in a September 23, 1963 meeting attended by Knudsen, DeLorean, Estes, and Product Development Chief James Baker. The official minutes record that the new package, labeled GTO, would be cataloged as an optional equipment group, priced at $296, and would not violate the 330 cubic inch cap as long as it remained off the standard spec sheet. The decision set a precedent. By exploiting a technicality in corporate policy, Pontiac's engineers had found a way to deliver a full-size V8 in a mid-size car without seeking permission for a new model. The stage was set for a direct challenge to General Motors' central authority and for a new kind of American car. The hardware that defined the 1964 GTO was as deliberate as the policy workaround that made it possible. At its heart sat the 389 cubic inch V8, a power plant borrowed from Pontiac's full-size line and shoehorned into the mid-size Tempest Le Mans platform. This engine, rated at 325 horsepower in its standard configuration, delivered a level of acceleration previously reserved for cars twice the price. Buyers could specify the tri-power setup with 3 2-barrel carburetors, pushing output even higher and transforming street performance into a tangible selling point. The option package did more than just add displacement. It included dual exhaust, heavy-duty suspension, and distinctive GTO badging, all for a base price of $2,776. This figure, confirmed by original window stickers and dealer invoices, placed the GTO just above the cost of a practical family sedan, yet far below the entry price of European sports cars or the Chevrolet Corvette. The price structure was not accidental. It was engineered to be within reach for younger, working-class buyers who had been priced out of real performance. Transmission choices further widened the car's appeal. The standard 3-speed manual kept the base price low, but for those seeking sharper response, the Muncie M21 close ratio 4-speed manual was available as an extra cost option. A 2-speed Powerglide automatic could be ordered for buyers prioritizing convenience. Road tests from 1964 document the GTO's ability to reach 60 miles per hour in under 7 seconds, a figure that made the car's promise of affordable speed a measurable reality. The result was a package that delivered both value and power, setting the stage for a market reaction that would soon upend industry expectations. Pontiac's marketing department entered the 1964 model year with a conservative estimate. 5,000 GTOs might find buyers if the option package drew enough attention. The forecast was based on internal memos and cautious dealer surveys, reflecting a belief that only a niche group of enthusiasts would pay extra for performance. But within weeks of launch, that assumption collapsed. Dealer bulletins from March and April document a surge of incoming orders, each accompanied by deposits of $200 to $300, often the full disposable income of a young buyer. Waiting lists grew at an unprecedented pace, with some dealerships reporting backlogs stretching 2 or even 3 months. By mid-year, Pontiac's management was forced to revise production targets upward, scrambling to allocate more cars to high-volume regions like Detroit, Los Angeles, and Chicago. The original weekly build schedule, set at just 200 units, was quickly tripled. Factory production summaries show an accelerating curve. Instead of tapering off after initial demand, orders only intensified as word spread. By December, the final tally reached 32,450 GTOs, a figure over 6 times the original projection. The shock reverberated inside Pontiac headquarters. Internal correspondence captured the disbelief. A product intended as a regulatory workaround had become the division's hottest commodity. Dealers, once skeptical, now pressed for larger allocations, citing customers willing to wait months and pay premiums just for a chance at the new car. Explosive sales of the GTO validated the gamble on affordable performance, proving there was a vast, untapped appetite for speed among ordinary Americans. The numbers themselves became a warning to the rest of the industry. The market had shifted, and the rules of competition would never be the same. On April 17, 1964, Ford unveiled the Mustang, a compact 2-door with a range of V8 options and a base price competitive with the GTO. Within its first year, the Mustang sold nearly 400,000 units, far outpacing even the GTO's explosive debut. Chevrolet responded by expanding the Chevelle line, introducing the Supersport package with a 327 cubic inch V8 later that year, and a 396 cubic inch option by 1965. Plymouth and Dodge accelerated their own offerings, fielding the Belvedere 426 Hemi and Charger RT, with engines that matched or exceeded the GTO's output. By 1967, every major American automaker had launched a mid-size performance model, each aiming to capture the same buyers Pontiac had reached first. Internal product bulletins from Ford, Chevrolet, and Chrysler show a rapid, coordinated shift in strategy, confirming the GTO's impact was immediate and industry-wide. The GTO's influence reached far beyond the dealership lot. In the summer of 1964, Ronnie and the Daytonas released the single Little GTO, which raced up the Billboard Hot 100 to land in the top 5. That was evidence that the car had become a pop culture reference point almost overnight. The impact rippled through the insurance world as well. By 1965, major underwriters classified the GTO and its rivals under a new high-performance risk category, raising premiums for cars equipped with large V8 engines and over 300 horsepower. Even the automotive press recalibrated its priorities. Car and Driver, long focused on design and comfort, shifted its editorial lens to acceleration times and horsepower figures, and the GTO's road test dominated the magazine's pages in mid-1964. In music, media, and policy, the GTO was no longer just a car. It was a signal that American culture had changed course. Every modern performance car owes a debt to the moment when corporate policy met calculated defiance, and the policy lost out. Today, affordable speed remains a contested promise. As automakers weigh profit against passion, the GTO's legacy still challenges the industry. Who will dare to redefine what's possible for ordinary drivers? Share your thoughts below.